Hi everyone, it's Femi Olaniyan here and welcome to another video. In this video, I will be talking about the cross margin and the isolated margin and how you can use them. Now, I'll also be talking about the characteristics of these two different margins. So make sure you don't skip any part of this video so you don't miss any important information. Now, before I go into the details of these margins, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. My name is Femi Olaniyan and I make videos on personal finance, cryptocurrencies, and how to make money online. So if you love content like this, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Now to the differences between the cross margin and isolated margin and how you can use them. Now, these two different margins can be used in two kinds of trading on Binance. They can be used on futures trading page and they can also be used on the margin trading page. Now, to locate the margin on the futures trading page, so there's the futures trading page right here. You come here to the right side where you have isolated, and once you tap on it, you'll be seeing the cross margin and isolated margin, and you can pick the margin mode you want to use. While if you go to the margin trading on Binance, once you scroll down to where you want to take your trade, we see where you have cross 3x and isolated 3x. Now, these margins, they have similarities and differences on the futures trading page and on the margin trading page. So I'm going to be explaining everything to you guys in this video, so make sure you pay attention. Now, I'm going to be starting with the futures trading page. That is how to use the isolated and cross margin on the futures trading page. Now, if you want to take a trade on the futures trading page, you have to select a margin. So to select your margin, come here to where you have isolated and to show you cross margin and isolated margin. Now, what is the main difference between these two different margins? So let's say, for example, you are using the isolated margin while taking a trade. Now, let's say you have 300 USDT in your futures wallet and you want to use 100 out of the 300 USDT to trade. Now, if you go into that trade and then that trade goes down to your liquidation price, which means where you lose your money, you are only going to lose that 100 USDT that you have used to trade. The remaining 200 USDT in your futures wallet is safe. Nothing is going to touch it, but you are going to lose the 100 USDT that you have used to trade. But if you are using cross margin to trade and you are using 100 USDT out of 300 USDT to trade, you are going to be using both the 100 USDT and the remaining 200 USDT in your wallet as collateral. This means that you are going to be losing the 100 USDT and the remaining 200 USDT in your wallet if it goes down to liquidation. So let's say, for example, you take like 2 different trades or 3 different trades with the cross margin. All the money in your wallet will be used as collateral for all these trades. So you need to take note of that. So that's the first difference. So you can see the isolated margin is less risky while cross margin is more risky. But another one is that for isolated margin, the liquidation price is closer than when you use the cross margin. When you use the cross margin, the liquidation price is more further. So you can see that's where the cross margin has advantage over the isolated margin. Now I'm going to be taking different trades to show you what I mean with all these explanations. So first I'll be starting with isolated. So let's say I want to take a trade and I want to use isolated margin. I'll just come here and tap on isolated, tap on confirm. And right here, I'll be using 20x leverage. I'll be using the market order. And right here, you enter the size of USDT you want to use to trade. So let's say, for example, I want to use $2,000. Remember, the size is equal to the leverage multiplied by the cost. So the cost I want to use, you can see cost is 100 USDT. So 100 times 20, that's 2,000 USDT. And once I've done that, then I just come here and tap on buy or long. Remember, I've not done any kind of analysis. I'm just doing this to, for example, to just teach you guys in this video. So this is the position that I have just opened right here. Now, where you have this margin, you see that this is bracket isolated. So it's showing you that you are using the isolated margin. Now, for isolated margin, you will see that there is a kind of edit sign right here. This shows you that you can be able to add more money to trade. So let's say, for example, you want to add more money to the 100 USDT you're using to trade. You can add more money. So you can just tap on the edit sign and you can see where you have add. So you can add more money from your wallet to trade. So that's if you want to add more money to trade. So I'm not adding right now. So I just remove this. And another thing about isolated, right? Like I said earlier, you can see the liquidation price. So our liquidation price is 18,125 USDT. Now, if the price of BTC goes down to this liquidation price, we are only going to lose the 100 USDT we are using for this trade. The remaining money we have in our wallet, we have 168 left in our wallet. The remaining money here will be saved. Nothing is going to be wrong with that. So you're only using this 99 USDT as your collateral. And also, if you come to the right side of the screen where you have this margin balance, where you have 99 USDT, that's where you can see the collateral also. So this is the collateral you'll be losing if this trade should go down to the liquidation price. So this is for isolated margin. Now let me take a trade using cross margin. So let me close this trade so that I will not mistake it. So let me close this trade. So I already closed the trade right now. So let me take another trade using the cross margin. So right here I'll come to the isolated and tap on cross margin and then tap on confirm. So right here, let me take the trade. Let me use 2000 USDT again and then tap on buy or long. So let me go back. Let me go down. Yeah. So right here, you can see that the first thing you need to note is that for cross margin, you can't add more money to trade. You know, when we're doing isolated, you saw the one edit sign beside the margin right here where you can add more money to trade. For cross margin, you can't add more money to trade. That's the first thing. Second thing is that you can see the liquidation price is further. When we were using isolated margin, the previous trade we took where we used isolated margin, the liquidation price was $18,000, $18,100. But for cross margin, you can see it is $16,500. So you can see it's further. So you can see that these margins, they have their advantages and they have their disadvantages. So you can see this is the advantage of using cross margin here. You can see that the liquidation price is far. It is as far as 16,531 USDT. While for isolated margin, it is closer, which is 18,100 USDT. That's the second thing. And the third thing, for the isolated margin, you know that the collateral was just 100 USDT. For this, you're going to be losing both the money right here and also the money in your wallet. For you to confirm this, come here, let me show you something. So you have the margin balance. You know, for isolated margin, it was just 100 USDT. But for cross margin, it is 266 USDT. That means if this BTC gets down to the liquidation price, which is 16,531 USDT, you'll be losing all the money in your wallet, which is 266 USDT. So you'll be losing the 166 here and also the 100 USDT for this trade. So you can see that these margins, they have their advantages and their disadvantages. So this is how you can use the isolated margin and the cross margin for the futures trading page. Now, what about the margin trading page? Now let's go to that. So let me close this trade right here. Let me close this. And now let's go to the margin trading. So this is the margin trading on Binance. For margin trading, you see that you have cross 3x and you have isolated 10x. The first difference in this is that for margin trading, you cannot pick the leverage. So for margin trading right here, you can only use 3x leverage for cross margin, while for isolated margin, you can only use 10x leverage. That's why you have isolated 10x and cross 3x. But if you are using it on the futures trading page, you can pick any leverage you want. You can pick any leverage you want from 1 to 100 or 125x leverage. But for margin trading, if you are using cross margin, you can only use 3x. If you are using isolated margin, you can only use 10x. That's the first thing. The second thing you need to know about the margin trading is that if you want to use the margin trading, you need to transfer money to whether your cross margin or isolated margin. So for you to do that, you come here to where you have transfer. You can see where you have transfer right here and tap on transfer. So let's, for example, you want to transfer money from your futures to your isolated margin. So you transfer money to your isolated margin right here. So let's say it's cross margin you want to use. You have to transfer it to your cross margin. So this cross margin right here, transfer it to your cross margin. So you can see that you have to transfer money to the two different margins. So the two different margins, they have their own wallet. The cross margin has its own wallet, while the isolated margin has its own wallet when you are using margin trading. So this is everything you need to know about the cross margin and the isolated margin on Binance. Now, if you guys want me to make a video on how to do the margin trading on Binance, let me know in the comment section of this video. I already have a video on how to do futures trading on Binance. The link is in the description below. But if you want me to make a video on margin trading, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.